Hello and welcome to Energy Updates and Insights, combining intuitive astrology just for you. Today I'll be talking about what we can be doing to help ourselves through this energy shift, which is already occurring, but it will be getting stronger. It's going to be building up, and you can probably feel that now. You would be experiencing situations in your life where things are changing for you and bringing you into a new area of your life, possibly just leveling up, coming to the next level of what you've already been striving toward, especially light workers, star seeds, healers, spiritual counselors, and so forth. Volunteers that have come here to help humanity through this transition. This is an awakening, and we will all awaken at different times, just as we will experience things in different times and different places. But there will be some things that occur on a global level, such as, and you can already see this, that there are changes with the financial institutions. Some banks are closing, some aren't allowing cash to be removed from the bank. And so this is going to increase in its changes. And that's what we're doing. What we are going through is a major overhaul. It's just like you're renovating your house, right? It's a house that you know can be improved and can work better, more efficiently, and more in alignment with who you are today. And that's what we're going through. But before, like, it's not like you can just go, okay, I'm going to renovate and the next day it's done. There's a process involved, and that's what we're going through, is the process. We're already in this. Don't expect it to happen in one day, because it won't. This is going to happen over a period of time. And as you can see now, you have grown so much since 2020. And you've become stronger and more aware. Well, most of us have, or some of us have, but some are still about to awaken to those changes, to what's been going on. And so we don't all awaken at the same time. It would be really interesting if we all woke up at the same time. But this eclipse on the 20th of April will be a big awakening, but there will still be some that aren't awake to it and won't be affected. And that's okay, because their time will come. So as we go through the days, things will get busier. There will be more changes, and you will feel more protective of your home life and your family and where you're going from here. You'll start to make decisions that you've never had to look at before. Some of us will just fall into what we've come here to do. So those volunteers that came from other galaxies to help through these changing times will start to come forward. Your businesses will become more sought after. And that's because the timing is perfect. All of this is happening in perfect timing. You can already see, as I've mentioned, the financial institutions are changing. We're becoming more aware of governments and what they are doing and what they're not doing, and how things may not be for our highest and best. And we're starting to wake up and go, hang on, this isn't right. Then there will be the education system. You know, what's going on there? And a lot of people that I speak to say to me that, when we haven't been taught about spirituality, and, that should have been taught to us in school. Same with astrology. Astrology is so profound and so precise, so accurate, that it teaches us. It's not just about forecasting the future, and it's not just about your sun sign. It's about how you can grow within yourself. And that's what I hope to portray here. Because as things intensify, what we need to do is really master our emotions and our energy. Master our responses and become more responsible for our way of life. We will be looking at things that really don't need to be in our lives anymore. I went for a drive today and there were so many vehicles for sale on the side of the road, and people are starting to release what's no longer required because of these financial restrictions, because inflation, because mortgages are increasing. We are being asked to look at where we can live a more profound life, a life closer to reality, and moving away from all the distractions that have been put before us and we've gone along with it. That's basically what all this is about, is stepping back from the distractions and moving into a more holistic and realistic life. Coming back into our bodies, being aware of our thoughts and our feelings, our needs as opposed to our wants. And that's really going to be highlighted as we come into the 20th, 25th of May, starting I think on the 19th of May. We're going to be coming into a grand cross. Now, this is quite an intense energy system here. So what that means, what a grand cross means, is that we have a square of planets that are opposing each other. So not opposing, they're squaring each other. So they're working in a way that is giving each other intense energy. And this can be uncomfortable. And we need to become okay with being uncomfortable. Because as things change, just like if you're renovating your home, things get uncomfortable, don't they, when you're renovating your home? Just everything's taken out, especially the kitchen. Renovating your kitchen, oh my goodness. But this is what's going to be happening. But we are already in that. We are already starting to experience that. So we'll be prepared along the way. That's the gift of the universe. If you choose not to change, not to grow in the less comfortable situations, then it will be hard for you. But if you choose to look at your situation and go, right, how can I make the best of this? What am I being asked to step up to here? How can I grow through this? Then you're going to be a lot better off. So what's happening, it will be that Pluto will be squaring the North Node and Jupiter and the South Node. Now, I've mentioned this before. The North Node being where humanity is heading. The South Node is where we have come from. So it's going to be changing everything here. Now, don't think Pluto is a bad energy, because it's not. It's changing, but if you don't like change, then it's going to be uncomfortable. But Pluto diminishes what no longer serves your highest and best, our highest and best, and replaces it with what does serve our highest and best. And as it's moving into Aquarius, this is the energy of the people. This is going to be working for us, not against us. Okay, just remember that, please. So then the North Node and Jupiter will be squaring Mars and the Moon. So there's going to be some emotions coming up there. And Jupiter's going to amplify those emotions. And Mars and the Moon being conjunct there means that there will be emotions around your energy within your protection. And as it's in Leo, that's making you like the lion, okay? Wanting to provide for your family and be there, do that, be the best that you can be for your family and your community. So this is where a lot of light workers and starseeds are going to step up. This is going to give you energy to thrive in the position that you've come here to do. Then Mars and the Moon will be squaring the South Node. Interesting. So you will start to look at where you've come from, where humanity has come from, and look at, wow, hey, look what's happened here. Look what that has created for us to do and to be. And you know what? That's just not what I want to be doing right now. I want to be free from those limitations and restrictions and emotions. I want to be strong. Leo is strong. Leo is heart energy. Okay, so this is all good. This is going to bring in your strength and courage. So even though it's a grand cross, it can be taken in a really courageous way instead of the lower vibrations or the lower expressions of becoming aggressive and volatile. You know, Mars and the Moon will be opposing Pluto. Now, when you look back at the astrology charts for World War I and World War II, Pluto was opposing Mars. But those in World War I and World War II, Saturn was involved. Saturn was in communication with Pluto, and Saturn is governments and top-down authority. This time it's Neptune, bringing in spirituality and higher energy. Okay, this is actually an exciting time, but it's going to be interesting because we haven't been in this position before, even though it's what we've come here to do. Some of us have come here to do and experience. Others will just not want to be here, and they will leave, and they will go and live out their existence on another planet, according to Dolores Cannon. Okay, so what we need to do is be the master of our emotions and our thoughts. Whenever we go into fear, yes, we are human beings and we will have that human experience, but we are also spiritual beings having a human experience. So, yes, we need to express those human feelings, but then tap back into your spiritual being, your spiritual body. Really get in touch with your spirit self, your higher self, and your guides. really ground in the energy that is coming onto the planet right now. It's really strong energy, and I feel that is going to get even stronger as we go into May and June. Bearing in mind, this energy is going to continue on for about another year after that. So just like we went through the permanent changes of 2020, this is going to be another experience similar to that, where it is going to permanently change the way that we live. Now, it's not going to be exactly the same for every person on the planet because we are all at different levels of awareness. And I don't like to say levels, but I have no other word for it. Can I say that some of us have spiritual understandings and live by spiritual laws and principles, and some don't? They're not even aware of it. But that doesn't make them wrong, and it doesn't make those that live by spiritual law wrong either. Do you see what I mean? So I really want to keep judgment out of this. I really would like us all to be compassionate and understanding for wherever people are, and not try to change them or make them wrong or try and convince them of anything. Just allow people to be where they are. And if they want your help and support, they'll ask for it, won't they? Because if we try to push that onto them, of course they'll become defensive. So just allow them to be where they are, because I think even those that are spiritual are going to be awakened even more as well. So, we're all going to go through new energies, excuse me, new energies, higher vibrations, and, it's going to be coming from within the planet and out in the galaxy. So we're going to get it from both ways because the Earth is transitioning as well. You may be aware that the poles are shifting, as they do every so many thousands of years. This is nothing new. There is the sun going through its own solar cycles, which is nothing new. It's just that we're in the point where it's going to be going into another cycle, and that's okay too. Just please be mindful of what you research, because not everything is truth out there. And if you read something or hear something, check back in with your own body and find out, get your body to tell you whether that resonates or not, whether that is true for you or not. Because you need to be the master of your transition and where you're headed. Another question you can ask yourself is, who do I want to be through this transition? How do I want to experience this renovation? Do I want to be strong or not? Am I going to bail out? Am I going to go and live in a hotel? There is nothing wrong with that either. No judgment, absolutely no judgment. Everybody has their own path. We just need to be in our own path, not on somebody else's path. Okay, I hope this helps. Talk again soon, hey? Thanks for your comments and subscribes. Take care. Bye for now.